Before the sun came up, the line tightened. Something on the other end pulled back with slow, deliberate strength. The water around my boat began to ripple in a perfect circle, as if the lake itself was breathing. I knew then that I had hooked something that was not a fish. I had come to the lake to be alone. The old reservoir sat deep in the forest, miles from the nearest town. Locals avoided it and spoke in half-finished sentences when asked why I had ignored them. I wanted quiet and the steady comfort of casting a line into dark water. Fog clung to the surface of the lake like a low ceiling. The air smelled of algae and rusted metal. My boat drifted without sound. Every movement felt amplified in the silence. When the line pulled again, the rod bent so hard I thought it would snap. I braced myself and reeled slowly. The tension felt wrong. It didn't thrash or fight, waited. The pull came in measured waves, as if whatever was below understood patience. The surface broke near the boat. Something pale rolled just beneath the water, then vanished. I saw a flash of skin, too smooth and too wide. My heart hammered. I told myself it was a large catfish or a log turning in the current. The line pulled again, harder this time. The boat lurched. Water sloshed over the side and soaked my boots. I felt the vibration travel up the rod and into my arms. It felt like a heartbeat. The fog thickened. The shoreline vanished. Sound disappeared, except for my breathing and the creak of the boat. I reeled faster, despite the ache in my hands. I needed to see what I had caught. The thing surfaced slowly. It was long and pale, with a body that bent at unnatural angles. Its skin glistened like wet stone. Along its side, I saw shapes beneath the surface, like faces pressed against glass. Eyes opened and closed within its flesh. Mouths moved soundlessly. The hook was buried deep, near what might have been a mouth. Black fluid leaked into the water and spread in thin veins. The thing didn't thrash, lifted its head and looked at me. A voice filled the air without sound. It pressed directly into my skull. It spoke in fragments of memory. My name, the smell of my father's jacket, the sound of rain against a roof when I was a child. I dropped the rod. The line remained taut, floating between us. The thing drifted closer, pulled by its own weight. The water around the boat darkened. I saw shapes moving below. More bodies, more eyes. The voice returned, stronger now. It showed me images of the lake before the dam, a river, a village along its banks. People fishing from shore, children swimming, then water rushing in. Screams cut short, bodies pulled under. The lake remembered. The thing opened its mouth. Inside were not teeth, but hands, its human hands, reaching outward. They brushed the side of the boat, leaving streaks of black slime. The boat rocked violently. I grabbed the oar and struck the water. The surface rippled, but the thing did not retreat. The voice grew louder, urging me to come closer. It promised rest. It promised quiet. The fog pressed in until the world was reduced to the boat, the water, and the thing rising higher. The line tightened again, wrapping around my wrist. Its cold spread up my arm. I felt memories slipping away. Names, faces, fear dulled and softened. The pull became comforting. Sound cut through the fog. A distant motor, another boat. The thing recoiled. The line snapped. The sudden release sent me sprawling across the deck. The water churned violently. The pale body sank beneath the surface, dragging the voices with it. The fog thinned. The lake stilled. A fisherman in an old aluminum boat passed by without looking at me. His face was blank. His eyes were glassy. He reeled in his line with slow, mechanical motions. I shouted for help, but my voice sounded wrong to my own ears. Flat, empty. He drifted past and disappeared into the fog. I made it back to shore somehow. I don't remember rowing. I only remember standing on the bank, shaking as the sun finally rose. The lake looked calm and harmless in the morning light. I left everything behind: the boat, the gear, the broken rod. I walked back through the forest and drove home in silence. Weeks have passed. Don't sleep well. When I close my eyes, I see faces moving beneath dark water. I feel a pull in my chest, like a lion tightening. Last night, I found wet footprints leading from my bathtub to my bedroom. They smelled of algae and rust. My phone buzzed on the nightstand with a weather alert. It warned of rising water levels at the reservoir. I felt the pull again, gentle and patient. If you enjoyed the story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for listening.